Qilin. You Saiyan don't work, what do you rely on to make a living? Qin Luo. Eat soft rice. Qilin. Qin Luo said, I know two Saiyan predecessors, one married the daughter of the world's richest man and the other married the daughter of a big landlord. I can't be worse than them either. Qin Luo turned around and said, you guys say so. Ladies. Chapter 1. Opening Silver Bracelet +1. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Geostar, China, Juxia City. At this moment, near the door of a luxurious and decorated club, there are several black vans parked here. If you look from above, you can see that they are secretly surrounding the club with a bag clip. Attention each group, everyone cheer me up and I won't let anyone run away soon. A middle-aged man wearing a police uniform in a black van was angrily charging towards the walkie-talkie. Code de. Even in broad daylight, they dare to lie down together, they don't even consider us police officers. I've been busy in the bureau all day, and I haven't touched my wife's bed for a month. These moths are now openly spreading out. I won't clean up all of you today. I will live in the bureau every day from now on. The middle-aged man was filled with resentment in his heart. Just a month ago, a black hole resembling a chrysanthemum suddenly appeared in the sky, causing people to feel anxious. Many people feel that as the end of the world approaches, those restless elements begin to be dishonest. Fortunately, after a month of busy work and the cooperation of special departments above, things gradually calmed down. It has been a busy month for the people in the bureau, and many have not entered their homes once this month. After finally feeling like he could take a break, the middle-aged man planned to go back and exchange feelings with his wife, but he received a report that there were people collectively having sex here. This beautiful vacation is gone, and my wife's bed is also gone. I can't bear it. Take action. With a command, each police officer rushed out of the car and headed straight for the clubhouse. Qilin, you're with me. The middle-aged man turned his head to look at the woman next to him, and before he could finish speaking, he saw that she had already rushed out. Hey, this girl is always so anxious about tasks. She immediately followed suit. The interior decoration of the club is extremely luxurious, with golden decorative lines shining brightly under the light. The space inside is also extremely spacious, but there aren't many people, only a few waiters are busy with their own tasks. Because this club has already been booked today. At this moment, in a magnificent private room, a group of heavily dressed women were passionately twisting their cool bodies and dancing, completely ignoring the exposed spring scenery. And in the middle of the private room sat two men with big bellies, smiling at everything, with a hint of lust flashing in their eyes from time to time. Although they were wearing expensive clothes, there was always a lewd feeling on their faces. How about it, Mr. Fong? Are you satisfied with this arrangement? Ha, Brother Liu, although we haven't known each other for a long time, you still understand me. Boss Fong laughed heartily and nodded, turning to him and saying, don't worry, I'll be responsible for what you said. Upon hearing these words, Lu Ming's eyes lit up and he couldn't help but suppress his excitement. With a hint of flattery on his face, he said, thank you very much, Boss Fong. If there is anything useful for me in the future, just speak up. I will never refuse. Alas, what kind of boss is he called? We have such a familiar friendship, just call me brother. Yes, Brother Fong, I have a toast to you. After speaking, he picked up the glass in his hand and drank it all in one gulp. Being able to approach the CEO of Juxia City will really make the road smoother in the future. It's not in vain that he has paid so much for his filial piety, but fortunately, he has finally gained something. The corner of Lu Ming's mouth couldn't help but curl up at the thought. Hey, you all come over and don't take good care of Boss Fong. Lu Ming turned his head and shouted at the dancing women. Boss, my name is Ying. Do you want me to give you Ying? Boss, my heart is so uncomfortable. Please help me take a look. Oh, It's so hot. I was sweating from dancing just now. The chattering voices of a group of women next to them rang out, boldly surrounding the middle-aged man with a big belly and constantly moving around. Soon, the clothes on the phone boss's body continued to decrease. Just as they wanted to admire each other's new clothes, they suddenly heard a loud bang, and the room door was forcibly broken open. A group of police officers quickly rushed in. Don't move, hold your head in both hands, watching the police officers breaking through the door, holding black pipes one by one, facing themselves. The women wearing heavy makeup were instantly scared out of their wits. They have never seen such a big battle before. All of them crouched down with their heads clasped together and were extremely honest. The police quickly took control of everyone. As for the two middle-aged chubby people who wanted to run just now, they were already pressed to the ground and washed with their faces. Humph, scumbags, you guys should just step on the sewing machine from now on, Qilin said fiercely as she looked at the two people on the ground with a displeased expression. At this moment, the middle-aged police officer, Captain Qi, who was speaking on the walkie-talkie, also approached and glanced around before saying, "Go to another room and take a look. Don't let any fish slip through the net." Just as the captain of the team finished speaking, a man's cry suddenly came from the next door. "I'll go take a look." Qilin and her colleagues exchanged a few glances before rushing out. In the previously empty room next door, a purple light spot suddenly appeared, emitting a strong light, and the light spot was constantly growing. At this moment, a black shadow suddenly detached from the spot of light and fell directly onto the bed, while the spot of light disappeared without a trace. "Damn it, what's wrong? An earthquake." Qin Luo, who was sleeping at home, suddenly felt his body sink, giving off a feeling of weightlessness. He was immediately awakened and quickly turned his head to look around in panic. It's okay, it's not an earthquake." Qin Luo, who breathed a long sigh of relief, finally let go and looked up unconsciously towards the front. Suddenly, Qin Luo's pupils trembled and a surprised expression appeared on his face. "Not right. This is not my room. Where is this? Didn't I sleep at home? How could I be here? Is it kidnapping? But there's no reason. I usually stay at home and don't go out, and I haven't provoked anyone. Damn it. What the hell is going on?" Qin Luo panicked. In an instant, a tense mood began to surge into my heart, and my mind began to think quickly. Just as he didn't know what to do, the room door suddenly opened and a woman in police uniform entered. I saw that the woman had a delicate face, with skin as smooth as cream. Her black and straight hair was tied with a high ponytail, making her look very capable. Wearing a uniform, she exuded an air of femininity. Police. Well, by the way, Qin Luo suddenly remembered something. Isn't there a ready-made police uncle here? Isn't the police sister here? Just ask directly. Humble pit. Qin Luo calmed his nervousness for a moment, cleared his throat, and spoke gently. "That, police sister, may I ask?" Click. Before Qin Luo could finish speaking, a pair of silver bracelets were worn on his wrist. "If you have anything to say, wait until you get back to the bureau." Qin Luo. What? Chapter 2. Time Traveling. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Name: Qin Luo. Age: 23. Why go whoring? No, police sister, I'm wrongly accused. I really didn't, I just slept well at home and suddenly felt my body sink. As soon as I opened my eyes, I was there. Police sister, you have to trust me. In an interrogation room, a young man with an excited expression was constantly explaining something anxiously to the two police officers ahead. This young man is our late protagonist Qin Luo. Speaking of which, it's also unlucky. He was originally sleeping well at home, but as soon as he opened his eyes, he suddenly went to a strange place and was taken by the police to the station. He is really more unjust than Do-e. Alright, young man, don't get excited yet. At this moment, a male police officer in front waved his hand at Qin Luo and said gently. We have investigated your matter thoroughly, and this incident has nothing to do with you, so you don't have to worry. Really? That's good, that's good. Upon hearing that it had nothing to do with him, Qin Luo was immediately overjoyed and finally let go of a stone in his heart. So he sat down on the chair honestly, his eyes also starting to look around. At this moment, with a happy mood, he even glanced a few more at the little sister across from him. There's no way, when you're in a beautiful mood, you always want to appreciate other beautiful things. However, don't be too happy too early. There are still some things I need to ask you. You said. Qin Luo couldn't help but sit up straight and his face became serious when he heard the police's words. Do you know how you appeared there? We checked the surveillance footage and found that the room had not been used for nearly a week. Except for the service staff who cleaned it regularly, no one else had ever entered. But you were there at the time, could you explain? Upon hearing this, Qin Luo panicked. He knows shit, he still wants to know. No, Uncle Police, I really don't know. Qin Luo's face showed a look of embarrassment. I really don't know, or don't want to say it, the female police officer next to me with a ponytail asked. Alright, Qilin, since he's not sure himself, we don't need to ask so many questions for now, the male police officer said to the woman next to him. Well, Qilin. Why does this name sound so familiar? Suddenly, Qin Luo lowered his head and pondered, as if thinking of something. He suddenly looked up at the woman's chest. Well, don't misunderstand, just check the chest number. 520,520. Very good, it's right. What a mess. Qin Luo's heart couldn't help but sink, and sweat kept rising from his back. He turned to look at Qilin nervously and asked. Is this Juxia City? Of course it's Juxia City. What is our capital? North Star. Hey, what's wrong with you? Listening to Qilin's answer, Qin Luo's face became increasingly ugly. The conjecture in his heart has been confirmed. If they were not invited actors, then Qin Luo would have truly traveled. I have traveled to the world of the supernatural seminary. As an otaku, I have certainly read many time travel novels. What kind of mud-headed cars are rushing to achieve results inside? The soul of jumping off the cliff is piercing through, yes, the third sun is you, and even worse, something unexpected happened that caused the crossing. How come you're here? You can still wear it just by taking a nap. Qin Luo's forehead furrowed slightly, unable to understand after 100 thoughts. And it's also crossing into the supernatural universe where the gods descended. Although he enjoyed watching it at the time, he liked all the charming little sisters inside. But this world is also really dangerous. Qin Luo is just an ordinary person, he can't even handle it. There will be a full-scale war here in the future, and various civilizations will descend on Earth. What kind of fierce sun, angel, demon, Styx, ancient evil god, triangle, etc. treat the Earth as a battlefield? They are good, both humans and ghosts are showing off, only Earth babies are suffering. Faced with the invasion of foreign civilizations, ordinary people cannot resist it at all. Although the super warriors of the Divine Academy are also resisting external enemies. But to be honest, Qin Luo thinks that facing some cannon fodder troops may still be useful, but when it comes to resisting those invading civilization gods, it's really not enough. Taking the same technological path, how can you compare yourself to those old foxes who have lived for tens of thousands of years, someone who lacks resources and strength, and has less than 30 years of experience? Cough, it's a long way to go. I won't mention those things from now on. The key now is how he, as an ordinary person without super genes and divine powers, can survive in this world about to go to war. But they are all travelers now, I wonder if there are any cheats on me. Qin Luo felt a glimmer of hope in his heart, eagerly reciting it silently. System, are you there? Tongzi. If you're here, just squeak. Big brother, please say something. Dad. Qin Luo kept silently reciting in his heart, but he didn't receive a response for a long time. Not only did his heart darken, but his expression suddenly became low. Qin Luo, what's wrong with you? Your face looks so ugly. Qilin couldn't help but care when she saw Qin Luo's expression, which was both ugly and gloomy. Just now, there was a cheerful expression on my face, but suddenly it felt like my parents had died. Don't worry, this matter is just a routine inquiry. After all, the surveillance shows that you did not break in illegally, so you don't have to worry. You can leave soon. Qilin thought it was the previous question that scared him, so she couldn't help but explain. Oh, thank you. After a while, Qin Luo walked out of the police entrance, his dark eyes constantly scrutinizing the unfamiliar environment around him. When his gaze casually turned to the sky, Qin Luo couldn't help but be taken aback. I saw a large black chrysanthemum perched on top of the blue sky, giving people a feeling of melancholy and oppression. Immediately, the corner of his mouth trembled and he sighed, what a superseminary. Time flies, and in an instant, a red sunset fills the sky. Ha, I finally got off work. These past few days have been exhausting for me. Qilin sat on the workstation, lazily stretching her waist. Her slender S-shaped figure was fully displayed, but unfortunately, no one appreciated such a beautiful picture. Then, a pair of long white and tender legs stood up and walked towards the door. Just as Qilin left the police station and was walking on the road wanting to drive home, she saw a figure lying on a bench by the roadside. As she approached, she saw Qin Luo, who was at the police station in the afternoon. Qin Luo. Why are you still here? Qilin exclaimed in surprise. Qin Luo, lying on the bench, suddenly heard someone calling him and sat up suddenly. After seeing the face of the person in front of him, he exclaimed in surprise. Police sister. Why are you still here? Why don't you go home? Upon hearing this, Qin Luo couldn't help but show an awkward bitter smile on his face. Well, I don't know the place here either, and I don't know where to go. Besides, I don't have a home anymore. Ah. I'm sorry. Qilin thought she had mentioned his sadness and couldn't help but apologize. It's okay, it's just my own problem, Qin Luo shook his head helplessly. Silence for a moment. Qilin looked at the cramped young man in front of her and spoke. Since you don't have a place to go, come with me. After speaking, Qilin walked forward. Ah. It's okay if you don't come over. Come, police sister, wait for me. Just call me Sister Qilin, I'm not much older than you either. Okay, Sister Qilin. Chapter 3. Your cheat has been credited to your account. Please check your account carefully. You are listening at novelfull.audio. You can stay here for now. At this moment, in an apartment somewhere, Qin Luo and Qilin were brought here by her after leaving the vicinity of the police station. A nearly 50 square meter apartment with a large area in the middle where sofas and tables are placed, and all other furniture is complete. However, the decoration looks a bit old at first glance. This is the house my parents used to live in, but now they all go back to the countryside to live. You can stay here for now. Ah. I won't live with you, will I? Qin Luo looked at Qilin and asked weakly. Oh no. You want to live with me, Qilin said with a playful expression as she looked at Qin Luo. Of course, Sister Qilin is so beautiful, of course I want to. Just as Qin Luo was about to say something more, he suddenly noticed Qilin's unfriendly gaze and immediately changed his words. No, I'll just casually say it, Qin Luo awkwardly smiled. Cut, little brat, let's wait until you take care of yourself first. Alright, I have to go back so late. You should pay more attention to your own safety, he said and left directly. After Qilin left, Qin Luo walked slowly towards the sofa with a complex expression and sat down, looking down at what he was thinking. Suddenly, his gaze was drawn to the front few red banknotes. Looking at the money in his hand, Qin Luo couldn't help but be moved. These money are probably intentionally left by Qilin just now, perhaps to pity him, or perhaps to take care of his dignity and not choose to give it to him in person. But no matter what, Qin Luo must remember this kindness in his heart. Meanwhile, Qin Luo also felt a sense of guilt in his heart. After all, he used Qilin. That's right. Qilin's encounter with Qin Luo near the police station was not an accident, but Qin Luo deliberately waited for her there. After Qin Luo left the police station, he became confused. After all, he is an ordinary person who suddenly travels into a strange world with nothing but clothes on his body, and how to survive is a problem. Not to mention the difficulty of surviving in future wars. As for whether or not to join other forces, Qin Luo has also considered it. Just an ordinary person, why are others willing to accept you? Even if you tell them that you know the plot, it is likely to be sliced by research or forcibly read information from the brain before being discarded. Even a supernatural seminary cannot fully believe it. The weak have no say in front of the strong, which has been a truth since ancient times. And even if you really succeed in joining a faction, you still have to be controlled by others. He doesn't have the habit of being a dog for others. After much thought, he decided to establish a good relationship with those super warriors first, maybe he could protect himself and survive in the future. Finally, Qin Luo decided to start with Qilin. Firstly, he only met Qilin now, and it would be too troublesome for him to find others in this unfamiliar place. Secondly, compared to other super warriors, he still trusts Qilin more. Qilin, as a police officer, has more professional qualities than others. You can tell from the original work that even as the lowest level first-generation super gene in the Xiongbing company, she has always fought on the front line to defend the people and never retreated. And the fact did not disappoint Qin Luo, Qilin really chose to help him. Even though she may have discovered something, she still extended a helping hand to Qin Luo. Oh, if I had the power too, why bother so much? Qin Luo let out a soft sigh and murmured softly. Just as Qin Luo was about to rest, a crisp sound suddenly came to his mind. Qin Luo's body trembled slightly and he stood still for a moment. Immediately, the constantly changing expression on his face showed how restless his mood was at this moment. From disappointment, to shock, to ecstasy, and finally to the expression on my face. In a short moment, several expressions appeared on his face, comparable to that of a face-changing master. System. Qin Luo's consciousness excitedly asked in his mind. Ding, I'm here. The Wanjia card drawing system has successfully bound to the host. It's my pleasure to serve you. As the voice in his mind rang out again, Qin Luo confirmed that he had heard it correctly, it was really the system. He knew it. How can one still not hang up after crossing all the time? Suppressing the excitement in his heart, Qin Luo immediately asked. System, what functions do you have? Ding, this system is a card drawing system for the world. By drawing cards, you can have the opportunity to obtain any item from the heavens and the world. The host can obtain cards of different levels by clocking in daily, monthly, and annually. The probability of issuing high-level items varies among different cards, with higher-level cards having a higher chance of issuing high-level items. Upon hearing the system's explanation, Qin Luo also understood. It turns out to be a game of luck, but it feels a bit similar to the counterfeit card games I used to play. Ding, this system also has a limited time redemption function. Every month, the redemption store will refresh 5 random items, and the host can use the original crystal to redeem them. Yuan Jing. What is that? Qin Luo asked curiously. Ding, The original crystal is a pure energy collection, and the host can obtain the original crystal or fragments from the card draw. Every 1,000 fragments can be exchanged for one original crystal. Well, you gave this set of dolls, Qin Luo roast. Ding, due to the initial binding, the host will be given 10 unlimited level cards. Do you want to activate them now? Qin Luo Duo couldn't help but think about it, and the system's voice came again. Oh, there is no level limit, which means you're lucky and it's possible to get the highest level. Qin Luo asked again. Ding, yes. That's a great relationship. Go ahead now. Just as Qin Luo's voice fell, a purple light flashed through his mind and 10 cards appeared with their backs against him. Purple fluorescence flowed continuously on the cards, and an extremely complex magic formation was painted on the back of the cards, giving people a mysterious atmosphere. Qin Luo opened them one by one. Ding, congratulations on obtaining the original crystal fragment X100. Ding, congratulations on obtaining the original crystal X100. Ding, congratulations on obtaining one Pokémon Ball. Ding, congratulations on obtaining Shindo X10. Ding, congratulations on obtaining the top-notch Wash Marrow Pill X1. Ding, congratulations on obtaining the original crystal fragment X500. Ding, congratulations on obtaining a roll of toilet paper. A black line appeared on Qin Luo's forehead, somewhat speechless. The first few rewards may not be very good, at least they are useful, but you gave me a roll of toilet paper, which means, TM. Are you worried that I don't have paper to use the toilet? With 3 more opportunities left, Qin Luo couldn't help but feel nervous. The best items he drew earlier were Xian Dou and Shi Sui Dan. Although they were all good things, they were not what he wanted the most now. He still hopes to have items that can make him stronger and help him survive in the war. If he misses this opportunity, it's really uncertain what to say later. Qin Luo shook his head and didn't think much anymore, slowly opening the remaining cards. Ding, congratulations on obtaining. Chapter 4. Saiyan. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 5. The Legend of Juxia City. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 6. The Battle of the Saints. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 7. Rena is coming to Earth. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 8. Confession, Qilin's Shock. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 9. Qin Luo's Dream. The plot opens. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text. Chapter 10. The Focus of the Superseminary. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. De Co Lois Ara Trong Quatrin Lay Text.